I
You're
will
almost right
answer
when she told me if, if we're not going, no one's going.
Yeah.
You were almost right.
Almost.
I was thinking about that late in the game.
Yeah.
I was going to put that in my story and then I had to take it out.
I wish.
kind of get to this point. I mean, it's the third WNBA season. It's been a pretty chaotic couple of years in the league, but to be here and get to this point, what can you kind of encapsulate this season by saying about this experience here?
Yeah. I think it's been the best year yet for everything in my experience. So, your rookie year, it's just so up and down. You're trying to learn everything. And it's just a lot. And then last year in the bubble, it was just like the worst time. Like everyone hated the bubble. It was just, the basketball was okay, but even the team was just like a little iffy. But this year we actually became a family off the court. We love each other. And basketball wise, we killed it, and so I have no complaints from this year. Of course, we wanted that win in Chicago. And I think if we would have brought it back here, everyone knows we probably would have got it, but that's a what if. But we're going to run it back next year and see what happens.
They didn't pick up your option. It gives you some options.
Yeah.
But what you're thinking, do you just want to see how it all plays out since you are unrestricted?
Yeah. I think it might have been a blessing in disguise for me. I think the second half of the season, I proved myself. My shooting percentages went up. And just being a good teammate and doing kind of the dirty work is what I'm good at. And, I would love to be back in Phoenix. This is seriously my new home away from home. I love this place now. But we'll see. Like I said, I'd love to be back here, but it does open up a lot of other conversations with other teams.
And the way free agency's been the last couple of years, there's been some interesting contracts that have come out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe somebody would look at you and say, hey, what do you think?
Yeah.
We'll offer you something pretty nice.
Right. It's just I can't really say anything because I don't know yet. And we can't have those conversations till January. But I do know that I love it here. And so it'd be a blessing to come back. You guys can't get rid of me yet. So
Can't get rid of Jeff Bryson.
yeah, I know.
To kind of get to this point, does that motivate you when you find out how much of a motivating factor was that?
Man, it's a huge one because it literally came down to small details, layups. Like it's nothing that we can't do. And so to know we were right there, it's motivating. It makes you more hungry and it makes you work just maybe a little harder. So next year you get over that hump and you're the one who has the ring.
Kind of think about the fact that without what you did at GCU, it's a first round exit pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
To know that it was that close at that point, just being done then, and does that maybe make the journey, even if it's a loss in the finals, does that make this all so many memories you're able to make in that time? Does that kind of at least give you it was a hell of a ride?
Absolutely. And I think that for me personally, that I had a pretty good playoff. I got injured there for a little bit. But I think I held my own and it kind of showed that I belong here. It gave people a little bit of, what I did in college shooting wise. And, I want that to be every game. I want to be that type of threat every game, but that just has to be me putting in work, getting my mind right and knowing I can do it. So it was nice to see for sure.
All right, we'll go over to Zoom.
We'll go to Michelle Vopel.
Yeah, Sophie, I guess two things. Can you maybe in specific sort of talk about what you learned about your game and the things that you're going to work on based on competing in the finals? There's things you like, hey, I really got that out of these finals or even the whole playoffs. And where are you going overseas?
So I'm going to France. I'm going to Basketlandis. It's in southern France. So it's a EuroLeague team, real fun. We're good. And that's always fun. And then, what I learned is just if I'm a consistent shooter from outside the arc, it just helps our team so much. It opens up things for BG, for Sky, Diana, because they have to play me honest. And, that's going to be my role from here on out. But I also want to be a better driver, get into the basket, finishing around the rim. And I do believe that if I just keep working, put my head down and get a good trainer, that good things are going to happen for me.
Thank you.
We'll go to Christina Williams and then Danny Thompson.
Hey, Sophie, I have two questions for you. And this is going to come from WNBA Twitter, that kind of sphere. In the playoffs, you had a really big play where you crossed Diamond to Shields. And I think trash talking is good for the women's game. We saw a few posts on your Instagram page. You talk about like what it was like to cover her during the playoff series. And then my second question is going to be about the picture floating around with you and Kalia Copper. Any thoughts on that? The memeability of that and how it grows the women's game in terms of that becoming popular.
Are you talking about the picture where she grabbed my neck, right?
Yeah. So yeah, two different things. So in terms of the
Mhm.
play against Diamond that went viral with you crossing her up,
Yep.
and then the meme ability of that photo with Kalia Copper.
Okay. So Diamond, I really didn't even mean to. If you really look at it, it was just a simple crossover. I honestly saw her. She's athletic. So I was really just trying to get away from her, but I guess you have to tape those ankles a little tighter. And then for Copper, anyone who was there who watched the playoffs, I mean, everyone knows that picture, she's the one who grabbed my neck. And if it was anyone else, if it was me, I would have probably got ejected for doing that type of stuff. Anyone on Phoenix would have probably got ejected for doing that stuff. So, they got to be better. They got to be better. And that picture can float around, but she knows what really happened. And shoot, any pub is good pub. So put me on all the t-shirts you want. My hair looked nice.
Thank you. Love it.
We'll go to Danny Thompson and then Rafiq Lawson.
Sophie, Danny Thompson with the 3-point conversion. Great to see you as always, and great season. As you get prepared for France, just two quick ones. Number one, did Bria Hartley give you any advice on what to eat and where to go on your voyage to France?
Honestly, not yet, but she needs to hook me up. She needs to hook me up for sure. I totally forgot about that connection. So I'll be on that. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, and teach me some words too. They're going to think I'm so hick over there. I can't wait.
And secondly, your play on the court. Everybody remembers the playoff game where you had one of your best moments of your career in that playoff game.
Mhm.
What type of like inspiration did it give you to go forward? Knowing that you can have those type of scoring outputs the same way you did in college at the biggest stage to save your team in the playoffs. What did that do for you confidence wise?
Yeah, I think the big stage is the stage I like. That's when I thrive. It's easy to get the fans involved. And so it was refreshing to know that I can still shoot like that. I've been shooting a pretty high percentage, but in playoffs, it's just extra pressure. So I knew it was in me. But I mean, that's the standard. That's what I have to be doing. That's what my team needs me to do. It's not about me. It's what I need to do for the team in order to win and to open up other things for other people. And so you guys bet that, I bet you that I'm going to be putting in a lot of work in the off season in France to make sure that happens next year.
We'll end with Rafiq Lawson.
This is Rafiq with Nothing But That Sports Talk. Outside of the 50-point total you had in Game 3 of the finals, I want to get your thoughts on the team effort that you guys put together throughout this entire playoff run outside the failures.
Yeah, I think the name of the game for us is just consistency. I think, that first playoff game with Chicago, I think we only had like 36 hours to get from Las Vegas to here. So when you have veteran players and everyone's just fatigued at this part of the season, that, the WNBA has to do a better job about scheduling. At the end of the day, it's the entertainment. There's a lot of eyes on the playoffs. And so if they want us to put our best product out there, they got to do a better job to support their players. But, otherwise it is about consistency. It's nothing that we can't do. It kind of came down to layups and little plays. So it's all in our control, but we're going to learn from it. Overall, we had a great season. And most importantly, we became a family this season. And so we're hoping to run it back next year.
Thanks for the time, Sophie.
Thank y'all.